So we'll start with the first product. Okay.
I'm going to go in terms of size, so small to large, all right? And then I'll debate about the two large products eventually. But this is the smallest product I have ever reviewed.
Okay. So let's kind of show them. I'll bring in a close up. Okay. So this is what he's trying to review. This looks like a toy. What the hell is this?
That is a Bluetooth headset. But it's not just any Bluetooth headset.
This is a Bluetooth headset. Just look at it. It's tiny.
Like further out a little bit.
Yeah.
So it will focus.
Yeah, it's kind of tiny.
It's really tiny. I mean, if I put it in the palm of my hands, it'll give you an idea as to how big it really is.
Okay.
There's a full keyboard on there, numbers. There's a call button and end button. Let's show you all that there.
Yeah,
so
but does it actually work? I mean, does it actually work? Is this seriously work? Does it work? Or is it just a showpiece?
And then some. No, it all works. There's a screen on there, which is the monochrome screen.
Okay.
It's basically a couple of colors, not so much, 4 or 5, 6 colors. It's a full function phone in there, so I can actually add a SIM card in this slot here.
Okay.
Oh, okay. A micro SIM, not a nano SIM.
Okay, now just explain what is a micro SIM, what is a nano SIM.
So you remember the old days we had the big card.
The
big card SIM, right? Once upon a time they
that was
the credit card SIM.
Yeah.
Then it moved to the USIM, which was the original Etisalat SIM that you used to use in the Nokias and the Sony Ericssons. Then it became the micro SIM, which was started to use in your iPhone.
People used to cut it
and stuff. So that SIM goes into this now.
Okay.
And now you have the nano SIM which you're using in your iPhone 5. So those are the 3 sizes, the 3 standard sizes that I use with the world.
Okay.
This uses the micro SIM.
Okay.
The battery life is actually quite good for about 2 days of standby.
2 days?
2 days if you're continuously using it. It has good sound quality.
Okay. Standby means if you're not using it. And if you're using it?
And if you're using it, you'll get about a day. Now remember, this can actually connect to your existing phone via Bluetooth. Or use the internal SIM card as well.
So you can use 2 different numbers.
2 different numbers. And I used this for a day and a half. That's the most I could use because, and this is feedback that I gave to the XTOUCH people as well. This format of the earplug does not really sit well in anybody's ear. It keeps falling out.
The
earplug.
The earplug falls off.
It just falls out of the ear. Okay, because it doesn't sit. I mean, nobody's ear is round.
Okay, let's show them. This is how the earplug looks like. Okay.
So I told them that using a earplug system like what the Apple's earpods are, they are much nicer. They'll sit in your ear and they don't hurt you as well.
Okay.
Plus, it gives you better quality because you use the right kind of sound drivers and stuff. So that was the feedback that I gave to the designers, and they just loved that. And that was like immediately within a day. So they were like really happy that I could give them that kind of feedback. But apart from that, I thought that it was really quite useful in the sense that you could actually have a dual SIM without investing in a dual SIM phone. It also works as a headset, so it's good for roaming.
One question that I have is when you keep hanging something on your ear, doesn't it hurt your ear? Initially when those Bluetooth devices came, everyone was putting one and trying to look cool.
Yes, what would happen initially is because, like I said, the earplug design. This earplug design is not that cool. So when you put it into your ear, it will definitely hurt the.
Yeah, you could just put it in your ear and just have a look at how it looks like.
Putting it was also quite difficult, but once it's on, because of the this little hook, it stays on.
Okay.
So that's the only saving grace. So I would say that it stays, as you can see, it fits quite nicely, and it doesn't look as audacious. Apart from the fact that it has a keypad on it.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a toy mobile kept there,
Another downside that I have, it is essentially a toy mobile. I mean, when I gave it to my son, 3-year-old, he was like, "Baba, is this a small mobile phone?" I'm like, "Yes, it's a small mobile phone." Literally.
Okay.
I put a SIM card, I gave it to him, he was happy dialing numbers and stuff, and he enjoyed talking to his grandmother a lot. So, the issue that I faced, the couple of issues that I faced was one is the earplug, which was the main grouse, because I don't normally use earplugs, I prefer headphones. I'm a headphones guy. The other thing that I didn't like was the screen size. Of course, given the fact that it's such a small device, they're limited by design to have such a small screen size. So you're kind of stressing your eyes to actually dial the number and look at the phone book.
And I don't think you can dial it when you're driving.
Actually, it makes more sense to use a standard keypad to dial because you can drive and I know exactly what number is where. Rather than having to actually type a name or a number.
But you managed to type it out when you were driving?
While I was driving.
Not recommended.
Not recommended.
Okay.
But yes, I tried it. These are tests that a guy has to actually go through. I tried typing an SMS. You remember the old school Nokia, type one letter, wait for a while, type another letter. That's the kind of SMS you can do. There's no T9 texting this.
Okay.
It might be there. I haven't tried it, but it's possible. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it. It has 14 ringtones in it.
What the hell are you going to do with 14 ringtones?
And I think there's also some data capability. It can connect via Edge or GPS or one of them. So there is.
It's more like having that olden Nokia phone.
Something like an old school Nokia phone, shrunk down, really sturdy. Because I've dropped this a whole lot of times. It's been sitting in my bag for a very long time, and as you can see, no scratches. It's been sitting with keys and coins and stuff. Do you see any damage?
No, it's pretty durable.
So it's durable. So the design-wise, XTOUCH have got it right. Now another cause of concern is that, well, XTOUCH, before I met the guys who owned it, was perceived to be a very cheap brand.
Yeah, I myself thought XTOUCH was cheap.
Right. So in all fairness, the fact that they bought the tablets in at that price point gave us that perception. But I actually use their devices at Distry. And having used this device, there's a lot of thought that goes into the product. They even have these smartphone watches. Remember the kind that...
Yeah, but nobody else has come out with a competing product like this?
No, this is the only one of its kind.
See, the first doubt that I have in my head is maybe this is just a passing phase. It's just a fad.
Define.
In the sense that it'll be there for some time and then nobody will use it.
Of course it's going to be that.
Okay.
Of course it's going to be that. Because at the end of the day, they want to come up with a system where you could do everything by touch on your Bluetooth.
Okay.
There's going to be a time when there's going to be a little bug that goes into your ear, and all you have to say is, like your spy movies. So that's the future. That's eventually where consumer technology is going to head.
Okay.
So obviously this is just a passing fad, but this is a step in the right direction in terms of the application of technology. The fact that you can shrink a Bluetooth phone to that small. So this is actually so Bluetooth capable is that if I could put a SIM card, I could connect this to my phone and connect this phone to my Bluetooth in the car and route calls through that.
Okay. All right. Okay, then when you connect it to your car, do you listen from your car or you listen to this?
Listen to the car.
Okay. All right. Then let's have a comparison between this one and the another fad, which I think is a fad, is that watch.
The watch phone.
Okay. Now, what is the difference between the watch phone versus this one?
I'd give this higher marks over a watch phone.
Why?
Because see, typically, traditionally, you people are known to use Bluetooth as the alternative hands-free for their phones. So the next step of evolution is putting the phone into the Bluetooth. Step in the right direction.
You're not looking constantly.
Exactly. Okay. So it's for phone calls. The idea is that you're using this device to make phone calls. So this is a step in the right direction. I see the chance of this working more than a smartphone watch.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But would this replace your smartphone? Would you do emails and Edge?
No.
This is built purely for phone calls. You receive phone calls, make phone calls. That is why it's functionally very simple.
Okay, now I think the big question people are going to ask is, what is the price?
This is priced at about $80.
Okay. Do you rate that expensive?
I rate that as something unique.
Okay.
For $80 is, if you do about, it's less than 400 dirhams. Lot less than 400 dirhams.
It's the price of certain Bluetooth devices themselves.
Exactly. So for a fully functional basic feature phone that has SMS, a contact book, the fact that you can put a SIM card into it, the fact that you can connect via Bluetooth to your phone or your hands-free in the car, although I think that is redundant because this is a Bluetooth hands-free in itself. But it's an option.
Okay.
I think that it rates very high.
Okay, out of 10, moment of truth, how much would you rate it?
8.
Okay, so Partha's moment of truth, out of 10, he would rate this product 8. I'll just show you the product. Let Partha himself bring it to the screen and show you.
Is the XTOUCH Bluetooth handset.
Okay.
Phone.
It really looks like you have a Nokia phone which is shrunk down.
It's really quite cool though. I quite like it.
All right. Anyway, so that was product review number 1. That was the XTOUCH, what is that? Hands-free?
Hands-free, Bluetooth hands-free, hands-phone, whatever you want to have.
Okay,
I don't have the box.